It's been a while since I've done one of these. Today we'll be looking into this little inverter. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Alexander. Today is going to be a little different because this inverter did not come in a box, as you can see. This inverter is a Slimline 1500 watt inverter. Now it is a modified sine wave. As you know, modified sine wave is not best or not good for appliance. It's best to use in cars and for a quick run outdoor. This sine wave, modified sine wave, peaks at 3500 watts. It is a 12 volt inverter from 11 to 15 volts. See from the outside, which will get a closer look on the inverter. On this side, there's 3 AC plug on one off and on button. I will show you more in details. And around here is the battery terminal. Also, you can see there's 2 fans for maybe intake and outtake, but as we said, we will take a closer look on these fans. Also, on the back side, there's some more instruction and also some vent for cooling the inverter. Now please remember, take the time out, subscribe to my channel and comment on anything you see on this channel that you would like to see me do or you would like to get more information about. Now we move on to more closer and in depth of this inverter and see what it can do and what is inside of it. So now I have been pulling these inverters for a while now, so I know all you need for this inverter is a Phillips screwdriver and a 10 spanner. So we'll be starting by showing you things that I on the inverter more close up. Here are 3 outlets, 110, off and on power. If you can hear that sound, I mean the inverter did not power down properly. So when I switch the switch, it automatically power down itself properly. So this is the off and on button. And here you have 2 USB charger port, 4 screws, a mounting clip, and the side. These are heat cancel. These are heat cancellation, what you would call heat elimination or heat, whatever you want to call it. On the side here are some more Phillips screw. On the back side, 4 more screws to pull this cover off and 4 screws each for each fan. These are the battery terminal, red and black, and a ground pole for grounding your inverter. Also some more mounting rack. On the back, you can see inside a lot of wire, capacitors, and also heat vents. Both sides have on 5 Phillips screw, and both sides, this side have on 6. So that is the inverter itself. We're going to go ahead and start putting the inverter. What we actually want is to look inside here where you see all those wires. That's what we want to actually see. What kind of capacitor it is running on and what kind of heat and what kind of heat function or bar inside it, to see if it's actually a 1500 watt inverter and if it actually can peak at 3500 watts. So I'll be starting here by removing these 4 screws. So it turned out sometimes this fancy screwdriver doesn't really work. So go back to the old school, like an old standard screwdriver. Actually do the job properly. Now remember moving your screw You need to put them in a safe place so you can know where the screws are coming from. I want to place them in something secure so I know that these screws are from the outer portion. I'll also do the same thing here. I will remove these 4 screws and put them there. So I wanted to point out something real quick. If you notice, these screws are just some normal screw here. Put that over here. But this screw right beside the ground pole, it comes with a lock. So if my memory serves me right, a lock means you can use this also as a ground screw. You see that lock? Can you see that lock? There you go. So that means you can use this also as a ground screw. Alright, so once the screw was moved, you can see the cover is already falling off. So you're going to carefully remove the outer casing, which is this back piece here. So it turned out that you have to remove the side screws. And from experience, I'm going to tell you that these screws are screwed down on the heat sink, and the heat sink is screwed down onto the wall. So my suspicion was right that this was heat elimination. So this take the heat from the inverter, and this fan and the bottom blow in cool breeze, or this fan cool down the inside, and these remove the heat from inside. So you couldn't see that. These people definitely did not warm in their inverter. The AC ground wire literally bolts it down and this screw from the inside. See, there we go. This little screw here literally bolt down on the panel inside. And these are the brackets for, I will show you, for the heatsink holder. Now guys, one thing I can say first, wow, this inverter is a wow. Before I move on to that wow, there was a little bit of resistance because this inverter, I have to pull up this side where is the battery terminal. I have to take out the battery terminal wires from the whole bracket. Even the ground connector, I have to remove all of that. Then this little sliding thing here, that's the back of the inverter. You have to release this side, then to give it a little toggle and some knock before this thing could slide down and slide out like that. Enough of this cover. Look inside of this inverter, guys. This is a wow. And so forth, all that they said on the back or on the cover, that is, as you can see right here, 1500 watts, and it peaked at 3500. Now with that said, look inside this inverter. Let's move on to the lesser things that you cannot see. On the side here, there's some heatsink, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 on the panel itself. So these are the brackets in my hand is actually to go on here that distribute the heat from the board or from the heatsink onto the metal outside. The fans here are intake. No, wrong. They're outtake fan. There's some around the fans, so they blow out. So they help to remove the heat from inside here. And stand to reason why they need that amount of fan. Because inside here you can see some nice thick wire, nice beefy wire here. We have 4 IC and we have 5 transformer and 5 inline fuse. Now only if I could see what size fuse these are, it would make things a little bit more easy. The fuse have not have any sort of numbers on them, as I can physically see, but I'll find out what size fuse these are. Alright, so on the side here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 diode, and one of these are, so guys, you must agree with me, this is well put together. One of these are 2000 NF and 25 volts. I was trying to look, I can see I was trying to look properly inside, but it's so well put together that these too close. But anyway, I managed to see it's 25 volt by 2 NF by 2000 NF watts, and there's 10 of them. There's some more big one over here, which is there's a speaker for the alarm system. There's 2 lights, green mean good, red mean faulty. And there's some nice beefy wire that bring the DC current in, and it's also doubled. And the wires are rated for 600 volt. This one is triple up for the positive side. This one is triple up. There are also some switches here, so you can do a little toggling. Fans and a buck. Step down to step up current. There are 2 of them right here. And basically, pretty much that's what's there. Now I can't see the next side to see how the wires are soldered, or if they're soldered properly, or if they've done a good job with the soldering. But for such a unique and such a good put together inverter, I think they would probably do a good job with the soldering. So let's take a closer look on what's inside, so you can recognize things much more than I probably explain to you. Here we go. Up here's the more softer side of the board. There's more smaller connection. See if you can take a peep and it does not like to work there. Bitches ready for them photos.